microphone. Testing. Oh, sorry. It's Keely here. Hi everybody. Welcome back to my channel, and just a very quick flavour of what's coming up today. So, as you can see, I am cutting out some ephemera from my teeny tiny Christmas to cut out and collage. And yes, you've guessed it. Crafting with Keely is going to be all about my mini Christmas junk journal. And at last, I've got some peace and quiet. The house is empty, everything's peaceful, I'm not at work today, and I've got time to crack on and make my beautiful little Christmas mini book. So I'm settling in and just taking my time and working slowly with my very traditional, this time, red and green Christmas palette. So I'm using my tiny vintage style images, and it just feels wonderfully nostalgic. I get really nostalgic at Christmas, and I am quite a nostalgic girl as it is. Anyway, these kind of old-fashioned details instantly bring warmth and comfort to my heart. And this kind of cozy Christmas crafting is really getting me slowed down after a very busy time, and I'm really enjoying the process. It's a very mindful practice making a journal and doing that with a Christmas vibe. What could be better? So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Keely O'Brien and I publish cut and collage books. You might like to check those out. The link is below. You can follow me on Amazon. Did you know you can follow authors on Amazon? Anyway, it's a good idea. You can keep up to date with what we authors are up to. So today, what am I doing here? You might wonder. I'm using the offcuts of my images from my cut and collage book. So the backs of the images have patterns on, and all these little pieces you can see here in the top left corner are just the snippets that were left over after I cut the pictures out. So I've deliberately made them quite small and very, very Christmassy. Most of them are green and red, as you might be able to spot here, and the reason being that it gives you loads of extra little tiny pieces. You can make all sorts of little clusters, or I'm just making like a little micro masterboard kind of situation here. And then what I'm going to do is add some of the collaging images on the top and just make it look super pretty. Wouldn't it be nice if I'd got that properly in the middle of the screen? I really have to work on that. But anyway, yeah, I'm just trimming the edges as I go. You always risk getting a bit gluey with the scissors if you do that, but I'm not very patient with these things. Anyway, all the images that I'm working with in this book are beautifully small, truly teeny tiny, as the title of the book suggests, which makes this style of collage feel really kind of cute and sort of intimate. When you open the page, you've got this tiny little secret going on inside. So little vintage festive motifs and these tiny scraps of patterns are perfect for mini books like this. And working on this scale, I find, is just really fun and cute, and I do have to do quite a bit of decision making, and life's just full of decisions, isn't it? But this is fun decision making, and it doesn't really matter, you know, it's gentle decision making, isn't it? Where am I going to stick this colour, and does it look nice next to that piece or that pattern? And just gradually sort of melding everything together so it looks pleasing to the eye, and letting each piece find its place naturally within the page. There, so I'm quite happy with that background, and let's just see how it's going to look as we flip through. Yep, spot on. Here I am working my way around my ephemera with my vintage photo archival ink, which I love using. It just, I don't know, the colour suits the vibe that I like to create, and it's very satisfying, and it does make a nice noise as you do it as well. Super calming to do a bit of inking, in my humble opinion. And so all these images that you can see, this dear little boy and all the rest, come from my book, A Teeny Tiny Christmas to Cut Out and Collage. And I've designed the book specifically for small scale projects. So small scale projects would include things like mini books, junk journals, any sort of detailed festive collage, things like advent calendars, which I've very much focused on in the book. If you get the book, you'll see that there are numbers in there, festive, Christmassy decorated numbers, all the same sort of size, although the numbers don't match. They're all sort of Christmassy typefaces, and Christmassy words as well on labels, so very vintage style. And I've used those in this book so you can see the sort of thing I'm talking about. I just find cutting and gluing, inking and layering everything at a relaxed pace turns my Christmas prep into a nice, quiet sort of Christmas prep ritual that's just for me and you. Those of us who love to collage and do paper crafts, this is our little special time, isn't it? And a moment of calm, like a reset in the middle of what can be a pretty crazy busy season of the year. So if you enjoy cozy winter crafts, vintage style collage and working with these small detailed images, I hope this inspires you to create your own Christmas mini book. Even if you start it this year, you can still carry on with it over the Christmas period, because there are 12 days of Christmas, as the song goes, but also you can carry it on next year. So my autumn book, I started over a year ago, and then I carried on with it this autumn. You know, there's nothing stopping you from starting things and not finishing them all in one go. You'll have your very own collection of festive ephemera that you can use. Here you can see some of the pages. I've gone with like angels and old-fashioned Santas and nutcrackers and stockings. Just choosing that nice one there. I think that might go very well in this book. And some Christian Christmas on that page, and Christmas post boxes and delivery characters. And there's a few animals. There are quite a lot of characters in this book because they usually seem quite popular with those of you who purchase my books. So thank you very much if you have purchased any of my books ever. If you haven't dipped your toe in with Keely O'Brien cut and collage books, it would be great. I would love for you to discover what it is I have published for you all. And yeah, so give me a shout out on Amazon if you have bought one of my books. I would be thrilled if you could write me a little review. I know I'm always asking and it's probably boring, but it makes a huge difference to, you know, whether Amazon shows my books to other people, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. If you are one of my Amazon contributors, one of my tribe, let's say. Here I'm cutting out these little labels, the ones I mentioned earlier. So there is a really nice range of these, and there's the green and red traditional Christmas ones, and I've also done some blue and sort of silver or blue and gold ones as well, so that you've got a couple of options there with your Christmas colour scheme. And you can see I made some smaller ones as well, shrunk them down a bit and turn them the other way. So you really have got many labels. I haven't counted them, but there are plenty there. So you could use them for Christmas cards, Christmas tags, stick them on envelopes for your, Christmas gifting. And also, obviously, I'm using them in my mini junk journal here, and they just add a little flavour of, festive joy, don't they? And a little message on each page, which I think makes it more finished and more complete. So what are you doing over the festive season? Do you celebrate Christmas? I do. I grew up celebrating Christmas, which is probably why I find it so nostalgic. So I am going to pop down and see my mum on Christmas Day, and it'll be really nice to catch up with her and have a little Christmassy moment or two. And then I shall be whizzing back to London again to spend some time with my partner's family. And I won't be getting to see my son for a little while, although I did see him quite recently. So unfortunately, we haven't managed to match up that particular event this season. And I do have to go into work on the odd day between Christmas and New Year as well. I'm hoping to go to the cinema. I really want to go and see, what's that film called? Avatar, the whatever it is, the new one. So that's out in the cinema. Planning to go and see that. And there's also one of those virtual reality things about Machu Picchu, which is in Peru, if you know about Machu Picchu. So hoping to go to Peru next year, and it'll be fun to go and see the virtual reality of that and get in the mood. Motivate me to get planning that trip. Anyway, I hope you're going to have a wonderful Christmas time as well. And yeah, make sure you do a bit of crafting so that you've got a little space in your brain to just play and be creative. There we go. That's all from me today. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.